Hey, what's going on, guys? Listen, we gotta talk. Kylie Jenner has been outed for literally creepily trying to morph into Timothée Chalamet's ex. Y'all, we have the pictures, we have the evidence, but it also exposes something that's really creepy about the Kardashians, but maybe going to their heart because Kylie is known to be really odd, almost obsessive, and trying to morph into the women that were the exes of the men she dates. You guys remember Kylie in her Black China era, where she literally tried to morph into a light-skinned Black woman, hair, makeup, body, everything, plastic surgery. She was like Black China's twin. And then that's when she was with Tyga. Then she got with Travis Scott. If you guys don't know, Travis Scott likes Latina looking girls, but he had one woman that was young sweet Ro, which was supposed to be his long-term on and off. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not. We do know that Kylie became obsessed with looking like a Latina woman. Okay, when she got over Travis Scott, and she even started changing her face implants, whatever she does with her face, to match. But all of a sudden, something became odd. People kept saying Kylie dropped weight, and she was trying to look like a messy, rich indie party girl. And I was like, why would she be doing that? Her face took a noticeable turn. And that's when people noticed, who is Kylie's true inspiration? Who is Kylie trying to mimic? Ladies and gentlemen, she is trying to mimic Timothée Chalamet's ex, Lily Rose Depp. Don't believe me? A couple of astute people on Reddit actually did some research, right? They said they are absolutely positive Kylie got Botox to relax her eyes. They're much more almond shaped, and her canthal tilt has changed significantly. Your canthal tilt is the line that goes across your eyes, right? Some people's tilt goes up, which, you know, Kylie and the surgeons, they started doing the fox eyes. Some canthal tilt goes down, some go straight across. Lily Rose Depp's canthal tilt goes at the same angle that Kylie's new Botox. Now, if you guys don't know, she didn't do this suddenly. It has been rumored that she was wearing sunglasses for a while, and for a while her face looked janky until everything settled in. However, as you can see from her more recent interviews, right, Kylie's eyes are much more almond shaped, and her canthal tilt has changed significantly. This is not something that can be changed in makeup. So who's she trying to look like? Well, we do have the illustrious Lily Rose Depp. If you look at side-by-side comparisons, Kylie's face has started to look much more like hers, but it's more than that. Kylie has started imitating her signature pose, the indie French girl sneer, right? You're too cool for everything. She started imitating her style of dress. She started to imitate every single thing about Lily Rose Depp. Now, why would she be doing that? One, she wanted to capture Timothée Chalamet's attention, right? Because she wants to go in a different thing. Kylie, in a weird way, to me, seems like she almost has no personality. It's almost giving like single white female. I'm not even joking. She morphs into that. But this is something that's very, very common with Kardashians. You know, it is common. What do we know about the Kardashians? A lot of times when they get in relationships with men, they already have a significant other. They are known for being like the world's most famous man stealers, if you will. But more importantly than that, you know, you got to think that women that love stealing other people's men, there's a little jealousy involved, right? There's a little competition, because what makes that man so great? You know, especially if you make a habit of it, you can go to other people. It has long been a theory that when the Kardashians focus on the man, it's not so much the man, but they are actually in competition with the woman. They want to be that woman. They want to become that woman. For some reason, there is something in that woman that makes them feel insecure. And when they go after the man, not only do they take that man, but they then systematically make themselves look more and more and more like that woman. Okay, now you can say, okay, well, there's no basis for this, but look at Kylie. Look at her Lily Rose Depp. We had the Tyga era. She was Black China. We had the Travis Scott era. She was Young Sweet Roe. And now she has completely changed her face, her expressions, her style, her way of dress to become Lily Rose Depp, to become an indie French party girl. Who is a fashion darling. Timothée Chalamet, I would say, is not the intended target. She wants to be Lily Rose Depp, and she is doing everything she can in her power to become Lily Rose Depp. The only issue that Kylie is running into is Lily Rose Depp was born into this crowd. She is an indie queen. She is, as far as the factor, she is well accepted. Her daddy's Johnny Depp. Her mother is Vanessa Paradis, a French pop star. See, here's the thing. Kylie was used to doing that with Black China, who was very well known in the California area, but not internationally, definitely not nationally, okay? She did that with Young Sweet Roe, who might have been known in California, but she wasn't known nationally. You are now trying to literally colonize a young woman who has walked Chanel runway. She comes from Hollywood royalty. She has her own name and her own buzz. And again, Timothée Chalamet was just an accessory that she needs to completely become this woman. Now, listen, Kylie's going through her own issues with Timothée Chalamet because, right? One of the reasons they're saying that this was allowed to happen, because she had been trying to be claimed for months, is the fact that the Kardashians can offer a media mouthpiece. Timothée Chalamet is a movie star in his own right. However, all the Hollywood movie stars, if you guys remember, with the SAG strike, were not allowed to promote their movies. Wonka is coming up. I've said this once. I've said this a million times. Wonka is expected to flop. If it doesn't flop, it'll be because Timothée Chalamet's star power and whoever he's attached to really push to get people in theaters. With the SAG strike coming and a movie that they think, well, not even coming here, and a movie that they think can't stand on its own 2 feet, being out there, and Timothée Chalamet wanting to be super famous, super well known. Kylie, they finally took her up on the offer to be a PR boyfriend. How do we know it's a PR relationship? When every single thing they do is documented, down to going to get tacos. Don't get me wrong, Timothée Chalamet may have his fans, but who is documenting people going to get tacos? Every single time they meet, we hear about it. And when they're not together, we hear nothing about it. It's the first thing of being, in my opinion, a PR relationship. Okay, again, this is all my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. However, it looks like the SAG strike is going to be over soon. It looks like Timothée will be able to actually go on the red carpet and promote the project himself. It looks like that there are more people that he can attach their name on, bigger actresses, bigger names that can really help promote this movie. Kylie is going out of her way to extract everything she can out of this relationship because, again, Timothy's getting something out of it. She's getting something out of it before the SAG strike is over, because before SAG went on strike, Timothée would not be seen with Kylie. And it looks like things were, and even when they finally were debuted at being making out, Timothy's people came out and said, it's super casual, nothing serious. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. How embarrassing that this is like your great well that you caught, Kylie, and you're trying to morph into Lily Rose Depp, and you're trying to pivot and be a French indie rock star, whatever, right? You're trying to legitimize yourself and get out of being a rapper's girlfriend, and you can't even get this guy to claim you. Now, they did have that big outing. But again, that is why the SAG strike was on. It looks like it's lifting up the true mark of Kylie and Timothy's relationship, right? It's not whether he makes out with her and tones her down at a concert. Because at the end of the day, Kylie is sexy. Kylie is this. You never had a problem with somebody bedding you down. The real test of this relationship will be once he doesn't need that Kardashian media machine anymore, because the studios can start promoting, will you be around? You guys, listen, let me know what you think in the comments. Again, some of you guys can be like, oh my God, they're together, just get used to it. I don't look at it as a win that a mother of 2 children, forget about her being a mom, but I mean, like, I would think that she would want more serious things. I'm just saying, right? That Kylie, with her looks and her now Lily Rose Depp beauty and her clout and her social media followers and all that stuff, I would think that you could do more than making a fool of yourself and tonguing somebody down at a concert just to have somebody who is a movie star tell the world that ain't nothing serious between y'all. Y'all just friends, you're having fun, and it's no strings attached. How embarrassing. Kylie, and again, the reason they're doing that is because Timothée is still out in these streets. How embarrassing, Kylie. Have some respect for yourself. Anyway, you guys, listen. All hail Kylie Rose Depp. She is here. She is queer. Well, she is. Get used to it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.